Grand Rising, everyone, is Chase Seeking. And I'm back. So, I don't know, this is very random. But, I just feel like I'm in my feelings today. Like, I think when I first spoke to you guys, like, about the whole so-called twin flame, celestial twin, whatever you want to call it, thing, that, I was just like all in my head. It was just like all so sweet and cute. But, going through all the emotions, it can be very draining, because I feel like sometimes you may be dealing with that person's, one's energy. But then there's also other things that come into play. And again, I think what happened with me is definitely, I feel like I know that there was a presence. And then at some point in time, it shifted. And then I felt a whole nother presence that, fed me. Well, both, I would say. Through my mind, I feel, and my soul, you know. And then again, sometimes it feels like body, but like when it comes to that part, that would be something that I would not be aware of, in a strange way. I don't know. But, yeah, so I'm just sitting here reflecting, like, like, what is the real end game when it comes to it? Like, are there decisions that need to be made? Like, again, because for me, it's not really a game. For me, like, tapping into that energy has altered, things, that may needed to be altered in the first place. In my life, it got me to realize certain things that, are going on in my life that I don't deserve to, have to put up with, and, changes that I should make or need to make in my life, my lifestyle, just different things, and so, I feel like I'm at a point where I'm like, just seeing signs and symbols and stuff like that in everything that I do, it's a little bit overwhelming, and it's just like not knowing much about it. It kind of just dropped in my lap. Sometimes I even think like, even I can call it those things, but it's just basically, if someone would be communing with different beings, as far as angels or demons or, just whatever, other entities. Ouch. So, I know that others are going through it. And so, sometimes it can be that way, especially when you, feel like there's a form of isolation, whether it came from an outer energy or from yourself, that has created this island around you while you're trying to get to know yourself and heal yourself and do these things. Love yourself again. Or fully, work on yourself. So, I'm at a point where, I feel like sometimes, maybe this is like legit, but then sometimes I think it's like a big, game, or just another part of the matrix that I fell into, messing around, going deep in that hole. Maybe I went just a little bit too deep, and I want to trust that, that's not the case, and, things like that. But, it'll cause somebody like me to end up, sometimes I feel like that, like it's going to end up, I'm going to end up missing out on an opportunity that, I feel like I worked so hard to attempt, to get to a certain place. And the only thing, again, I mean, I guess I could say that I have not made it, but I've taking that step into another direction, as to, even if I can say that if the only thing I take from this situation is going to be personal growth and some type of development. So for me, I'm very visual, and I'm, somewhat empathic. So, I can take in other people's energy and just kind of be quiet about it. And I kind of tend to take that energy into the mind, and mess with it there for a very long time, and sometimes it can come down and I feel it in maybe the heart chakra, but I'm just someone that has to, like, I don't know, go through things with a fine-tooth comb, and it's easier for me when things are actual visually tangible right in front of my face, in order for me to, fall all the way into it. So, like the perfect, okay. And again, and that's what I'm saying when it comes to so-called manifestation. I don't want to block myself from anything by feeling like, seeming like it's negative, but, of course, the perfect, once you feel something at that capacity and it feels that freaking good, you want to take that everywhere with you. You want to have it in you want to have that feeling within and outside of you. And so for me, it's very hard. And I think that might be the thing that is creating a blockage there. It's because I'm looking for, that same thing applied to my, this so-called life, And I feel like I'm going to have it one day. And maybe this whole thing was just a process to get me to where I need to be so that I can then obtain that I'm looking for. So, definitely major changes that I have to make in my life, And again, I'm someone that, I don't know, it could be a good or a bad way, that really does enjoy time with myself, no matter what people think. A lot of time. By myself, or in nature, or in silence, or, yeah. But, and the only thing I can say is that, I will take away from this particular, something that I never thought I would ever experience. It's a beautiful thing, and I will take all of the ups and downs and all of the lessons and love and light from this, and continue to try to or to apply it to my life, and again, just start living again. Like, again, that's what one thing about me, I feel like I've been putting on hold because of other people and situations around me, and feeling like that everything is complete, and then something like this, like a lesson like this, comes into your life and changes things and shakes things up. And then again, like, I'm at that point where I'm ready for the next step. It doesn't even matter if it's like dangerous, if it's not, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready to, take that next step into my destiny, maybe, I don't know. So, definitely some very, nourishing moments, but then again, on my part, because I'm not all the way, because sometimes I'm not all the way there, I don't understand, it can be kind of hurtful, and you take those bumps and bruises, and you deal with them as much as possible, and then keep it moving, at the end of the day. So, I feel like, again, in this situation, I feel like there's a lot more, because I do feel, and again, it's not even any type of conceit or anything, to feel like you have a higher purpose, you know what I'm saying? And that people should, we should be able to feel that way. I think there's a point where it's prideful, and a point when you're just standing in your ground, and you're addressing things, and you're, stating how you feel. I think a lot of that stuff is stripped from us when it comes to being pride and haughty and all that stuff, because as long as you're not hurting anybody, because society wants us to be, lowly people with no ambitions and no no way of feeling about yourself that is above anything that they would want you to be, you know, in society, you know. And so it's just like I don't know, it's like a damned if you do, damned if you don't, you know. And then the more open and the more so-called nice you are, the more you tend to get taken advantage of until you you know end up bringing the claws out, right? And then when you do that, like I said, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. And I got a certain way about myself that I'm gonna carry myself in general, and then there's a way I'm gonna carry myself in public. There's a way I'm gonna carry myself when I'm excited, when I'm upset. It just that's the way it is. But again, definitely I'm proud of the growth. I'm nowhere near the same person. That's what everybody in my family keeps telling me, you're not the same person. So I don't feel like I'm the same person, but they might see it in somewhat of a negative light, but me, I'm feeling myself. Not like that, but I'm feeling myself and feeling, proud to just say that I'm not standing in the same space that I was standing in a couple of months ago, to say that I've experienced things that I feel like a lot of people in life won't experience. Maybe I didn't pass the test all the way, you know what I'm saying? But it's something I won't do is give up, And again, I guess the future and what it beholds and what, things start to come my way, or me going in that direction, in their direction, would tell. Only time will tell, what's been done. So again, I feel like in my mind I've made the choice as the direction I want to go, but in my heart, I know I just need to, I just know I need to choose myself first, and self says that I'm feeling and I'm experiencing on that level is something that I can obtain in this real world. So, in this real kind of fake world, but, definitely still growth. Nobody's ever done learning, I think, or seeking. So, I'm ready for like that next chapter in my life. I'm ready to experience things that I have not experienced, and to go places and do things and feel things that I feel like have been a blockage for a very long time. So I don't know. I think this video might be a little bit too much information. But I'm at a point where also like I know it's like throwing a fishing line out there, not knowing who really can understand or not, or just throwing seeds out there that might be wasted, But at this point in my life, I think I'm just looking to connect and commune with people that can understand, that have gone through these particular type of things, and would like to talk about them. I think that's healing in a sense. To be able to even articulate these things can come off as confusing. It can come off as mental illness and things like that. But I'm totally sound. I feel like I'm totally sound and grounded. You know what I'm saying? I'm just seeing something that many people may not understand. And again, it might be, one of my soul siblings said this the other day, that it might be that, some of us might be the first ones experiencing something like this, and we're the ones that's supposed to bring and shed light on this, in order to start the process of getting a better understanding on this, because it's nothing nobody's going to tell you on the news. You know what I'm saying? And then they'll tell you in like different things and entertainment, but it's not going to be the way that it's shown there. So it takes a lot of self reflecting and things like that. But yeah, so I'm just at a point right now where I'm just like, damn, girl, you just need to take a break. You need to take a break. You're not missing out on anything. If something is meant for you and it's that strong, you know what I'm saying? Take some time and just take a step forward, right? In some direction, right? And then kind of just sit there and feel, because I feel like it's very intense right now. So I just want to sit back before I make any rash decisions, because I can be somebody that just kind of responds and reacts quickly, and then end up getting myself in a situation where I feel some kind of way, you know. You know, but it's time. I think it's time to, I mean, because people say, oh, value yourself and care about yourself, take care of yourself. But at the end of the day, when you start doing that, and then you start seeing a higher calling or purpose for you, you know, then it's a problem, you know. And again, for me, I just can only be me. I can only be me. I can only see things the way that I'm seeing them, and take in different information to, you know, try to get myself enlightened and aligned. So, you know, I think it's a lesson learned, and it's been very strenuous, but it's I have mainly been playing around in my mind, and I need to start, you know, which may be causing a blockage elsewhere, and I maybe need to focus on that for a little while. And again, you know, it would be nice. I feel like all these things I go through, sometimes there's like, you know, not a mentor there. And, you know, I guess sometimes it is, you know, people look at reaching out for help as a weakness. I'm one of those people. Because I'm not looking to reach out to a therapist or anybody. I'm like that. I'm looking to reach out to people that have actually experienced these things, because those are going to be the people that are going to be able to give you the best insight on them. So I guess that's just what this platform is about. It's not to be all self-absorbed and everything, because again, some of us need to find these particular things in order to balance ourselves, in order to, you know what I'm saying, move on in society or with other things. Because I'm the type of person where something like this can shut my whole life down, and I don't want to be like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't want to be like that. I don't want that type of thing to control the narrative for me. You know, I want to be able to still function properly and still care, you know. Function properly and still care. Thrive, you know, and survive. So, anyhow, I don't know. Like, I never thought that things that could be happening on this level could cause such realistic thoughts, emotions, feelings, you know. And also, even like, for me, again, maybe just being wild like I am, attaching or sensing this person in real life and in real time, it feels like, you know, but it almost seems like a next lifetime or another lifetime type of issue. Like things that were maybe had come in the past, and it may not have been a good thing for you in the past either. But then sometimes I feel like this main energy, it was there in the past, it's back now, but in a sense of making things right. And so me going through all the things that I've gone through and having to deal with that particular thing when it comes to trust issues, and maybe dealing with a bunch of trauma with relationships and past lives and things like that, for me, it's the perfect time for the healing. And then it's the perfect time to start something anew with the perfect person, you know. But it's just knowing if it's true, you know, and if they actually feel the same way that you do. Because, I mean, you still have this new, and then you have the old that's there. So, you know, either way, it's a beautiful thing and it's a beautiful experience. So anyways, I don't know. Let me know if you guys have, again, had to deal with anything like this. I know there's other matters and things going on in the world, but again, I can't even look to those things at this point in time, but once in a while I'm dealing with so much stuff within, and again, I feel like there is a whole train that came in of people doing work on self in order to get yourself to a certain point. And I may be late to the game, you know what I'm saying, on many different levels, but it's just something that, I'm willing to start to deal with, and grow from. Actually take the things that are happening and apply them to my life in a way where, it will promote growth for me or others. Like me sharing my story is actually me trying to help others. It's not just like all me. Again, I've done all kind of videos about, the system and all those particular things, where I feel like now is the time for us to start to create, manifest, and do other things. And also it's going to be, in healing, for certain people, because again, some of us have been dealing with things that it's not everyday things, and if I can kind of try to be a storyteller or articulate this to help others through it, then, that's maybe what a portion of my calling would be, so anyways, I want to thank you guys for listening, and I will see you guys soon. I don't know, maybe I'll check in tomorrow again. But, I just really got some self-reflecting to do. Like, because a part of me feels like I'm leaving something behind that belongs to me that I'm not willing to give it up, But I feel like sometimes, like even in that movie, Jupiter Ascending, when he was saying something about they must have put a blockage on her where she can't remember certain things or whatever. And sometimes I feel aggravated, so aggravated, because I feel like that's been done, and then sometimes I feel like, oh wait, is that you not willing to dig in on certain parts so where you're not able to open up and see, so, So yeah, I'm tripping. A bird just came and jumped in the tree and dropped something that's hard like a rock. I know it wasn't no, that was kind of trippy. Maybe he had a kidney stone. But anyways, okay guys, I'm gonna let you go. Yeah, just reflecting on things. Take care.